So how do we avoid being a Matt the knife at work, right? So we don't want to be like Matt. So first is start using the right tools for your business. This means that especially now that the technology is out, there's a lot of video conferencing tools. Like, because for example, if email, you're afraid that the message, there might be some messages that will be lost in translation. So tools like Skype, there's also Zoom, there's also Google Classroom, and many, many more that can be used aside from email, especially if it's important information. Next is that you engage in two-way communication. So if you provide an information, or if you are announcing important details, make sure that you get their feedback of our information. It doesn't mean that if you've released the information, it means that they got the message. So make sure that you get their acknowledgement, make sure that you get feedback from them, or if they have additional questions. Next is people, tell people what they're doing right. It's very important that at work, if someone is doing a good job, we compliment them. It's very important because reinforcing that's a good way of reinforcing good behavior. So if you say that they're doing a good job, that means to say they'll repeat doing that. Next is specific and descriptive feedback, whether positive or negative. Make sure that you stick to the facts and the data only. So we've discussed how to be an effective communicator. Make sure that the purpose and intent is clear, and you need to avoid generalizing. You always, the statement that says you always does not work. Make sure that you do not personalize instances. Next is schedule a compulsory check-in. Meetings are done by a group, but it's very important that you also have one-on-one feedback for people that you work with, because sometimes there might be specific message or a different way of conveying your message from one person to the next. So one-on-one meeting. Next is very important that you need to build open communication, and the only way that you can do that if you organize and engaging team building activities. So activities should encourage trust and open communication with each other. This is how you build teamwork also. So, and cohesiveness within each other. So it's very important that you know what is your communication process, because you may also want to try to adjust to the kind of communication process that for the people that you are working with. Other people may appreciate audiovisual form of communication, or sometimes people are might be sensitive, and you might also consider their sensitivity, or other people may like or appreciate that you be direct or frank with them. So you have to consider that too.